Listen carefully. This isn't romance. This isn't destiny. This isn't some movie shit where sparks fly and the universe aligns. When a woman rushes the connection, what she's really doing is skipping the one step that actually matters: respect. Speed feels good, but speed hides things. Speed bypasses evaluation. Speed skips the phase where a man is measured, tested, and weighed. And anything that skips respect will demand payment later. Men get fucked up here because the rush feels validating. Attention comes fast. Familiarity shows up early. She talks like you've known each other for years after a few days. She pushes emotional closeness before trust exists. You feel chosen. You feel ahead. You feel like you cracked some code. You didn't. You walked into a shortcut that leads straight into a trap. Respect is built through time under pressure, through consistency, through watching how a man handles friction, boundaries, boredom, and temptation. When a connection is rushed, none of that happens. She doesn't learn who you are. She learns how quickly you can be pulled in. And that tells her everything she needs to know about your leverage. The first trick is urgency. Urgency creates emotional momentum. Momentum clouds judgment. She wants closeness now, answers now, reassurance now, commitment energy now. Not because she values you deeply, but because urgency puts you off balance. A man who moves too fast stops observing. He starts reacting. And reaction is weakness. The correct response to rush connection is not excitement. It's calm pacing. You don't match her speed. You don't explain why you're slowing down. You don't apologize for having structure. You maintain your rhythm. If she aligns, respect may form. If she pushes harder, she's not chasing connection. She's chasing control. After urgency comes emotional fast-tracking. She opens up too much too soon. Trauma stories, past betrayals, deep confessions with no foundation. This creates false intimacy. Men think vulnerability equals trust. It doesn't. It often equals boundary testing. She's seeing if you'll become her emotional container before she's earned that access. The smart move is not to shut her down or act cold. It's to listen without absorbing. You don't try to fix. You don't rescue. You don't turn into her therapist. You stay grounded. You keep emotional distance while remaining respectful. That's how you prevent being locked into a role you didn't choose. Then comes the illusion of alignment. She agrees with everything. Same values, same goals, same future talk, same pace. It feels unreal. That's because it is. Alignment without friction is adaptation. She's syncing to you to accelerate bonding. But alignment that hasn't been tested will collapse the moment resistance appears. That a man who understands this doesn't chase harmony. He allows disagreement. He states his standards once and watches. If she mirrors again, that's data. If she challenges respectfully, that's better. Respect grows through difference handled well, not through fake sameness. Next trick, accelerated expectations. She starts acting entitled to your time, attention, and emotional energy early. Text all day. Immediate response is expected. Subtle irritation when you're unavailable. This is where men fuck up by over-accommodating. They think availability builds connection. It doesn't. It builds entitlement. The counter is structure. You don't rearrange your life to soothe impatience. You don't explain your schedule. You live it. If she respects it, good. If she resists, she's telling you she values access over respect. Once expectations are set, the power tests begin. She creates small disruptions to see how fast you chase stability. Delayed replies, mood shifts, slight withdrawal. She's checking whether you'll panic, over-explain, or self-correct. Men who rushed and emotionally fail here hard. They scramble to restore the rush. The wolf response is stillness. You don't react emotionally. You don't ask what's wrong. You don't chase clarity. You continue moving forward as if nothing changed. If there's a real issue, she'll communicate it. If not, the test dissolves. Another trap tied to rushing is premature labeling. Relationship language before relationship behavior. Words like connection, bond, special, thrown around early. Labels create obligation without foundation. Men accept the label and then feel guilty pulling back when behavior doesn't match. A disciplined man ignores words and watches actions. Labels mean nothing without consistency. If behavior slips, the label is irrelevant. You don't argue definitions. You adjust access. Then comes emotional dependency. She leans on you fast, needs reassurance, needs validation, needs stability. Men confuse being needed with being respected. Being needed feels powerful, but it's a fragile power. The moment you stop providing, resentment replaces gratitude. The correct move is balance. You don't become the source of her emotional regulation. You encourage independence. You keep your mission primary. A man with direction is hard to trap because his center of gravity is internal. As the rush continues, she starts testing boundaries harder. Disrespect disguised as jokes. Casual dismissiveness. Tone shifts. She's checking if early closeness earned her freedom to step on you. Men who fear losing the connection tolerate shit they shouldn't. That's where respect dies completely. The response is immediate correction through behavior, not arguments. Reduced availability. Shorter responses. Less emotional engagement. You don't lecture. You don't warn. You let the consequence speak. If she recalibrates, respect might still form. If she escalates, she was never there for respect anyway. She was there for stimulation and controlled. Here's the part most men don't want to hear. Women rush connections with men they don't see as long-term authorities. They slow down with men they don't want to fuck up with. Speed is often a sign she's not afraid of losing you. And if she's not afraid of losing you, ask yourself why. This isn't about manipulation. It's about awareness. A man who understands dynamics doesn't rush anything worth having. He lets attraction breathe. He lets trust build. He lets respect form naturally through time and consistency. Wolves don't sprint into unknown territory. They observe. They measure. They move when the ground is solid. So, if a woman rushes the connection, don't get drunk on the pace. Don't confuse speed with value. Slow the fuck down. Hold your frame. Let her show who she is when she doesn't get instant access. That's where truth lives. And understand this. You don't need to win every woman. You need to protect your position. Walking away from rushed chaos is not loss. It's discipline. It's choosing long-term strength over short-term validation. If this hit you in the chest, if it pissed you off because you've lived it good, that's growth knocking. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Stay locked in. This is where men stop getting played and start moving like wolves.